Hello, everyone. Welcome to Spark the Flame. It's been a while, so thank you for checking in with me. And I guess I'm checking in with you in a way. Hope everybody is well. Today is April the 23rd, 2024. So I'm not sure exactly um, what I want to say. Actually, I do want to read in a minute a little bit from Man's Search for Meaning, which is a great book, beautiful book. Before that, I guess I just want to kind of spill a few things out. I've been living, on the one hand, very blessed because, hey, I have my home, I have work that gives me pay. At times, it is meaningful work, and I have relative health, and I have loving family, shelter, food, and beautiful things like that. Um, I'm trying to live to the fullest in a way where I really kind of put myself out there as far as not necessarily to the random public, but and not necessarily to everyone in my life, but at certain special times in my life where I feel like somebody needs to hear something either about it's just something like sensitive or special or meaningful. I will try to go ahead and do that. And in a way, it's really kind of putting myself out there, and it's like kind of living, trying to live fully. And it takes a lot of energy, and it's a good thing that we get to sleep because like right now I'm pretty exhausted. Um, full day of work, come home, you know, gotta I live by myself, so I gotta do food, clean, and still working on school stuff. And then I'm like talking with family, trying to like help them if I can, where I can. And I guess what I'm saying is that, you know, there's a lot of meaning in that. At the same time, it can be kind of tiring. And, well, I have emotions from there, So, like right now, I feel a little sad because I was talking with a loving family member and I'm trying to say things that I feel they need to hear so that they can better their life. And, you know, I'm just, I'm tired and sad, but, this is what, in one way, creates meaning. And as you may notice on my website, meaning is, well, extremely meaningful and valuable to me and really to, I think, everyone, even if you don't know it. Okay, so with that, let me read from this beautiful book um, a an excerpt. Sorry. So again, Man's Search for Meaning. I'm gonna try to change some of the wording because it was written in the 1940s. So instead of it basically has a very masculine terminology using the word man to mean people. Um. Okay. So, but on page 77 over here, the author Viktor Frankl, he expounds on what he how he sees meaning in people's lives. What was really needed was a fundamental change in our attitude toward life. We had to learn ourselves, and furthermore, we had to teach the despairing men that it did not really matter what we expected from life, but rather what life expected from us. We needed to stop asking about the meaning of life and instead to think of ourselves as those who were being questioned by life. Daily and hourly, our answer must consist not in talk and meditation, but in right action and in right conduct. Life ultimately means taking the responsibility to find the right answer to its problems and to fulfill the tasks which it constantly sets for each individual. These tasks, and therefore the meaning of life, differ from human to human and from moment to moment. Thus, it is impossible to define the meaning of life in a general way. Questions about the meaning of life can never be answered by sweeping statements. Life does not mean something vague, but something very real and concrete, just as life's tasks are also very real and concrete. They form humans' destiny, which is different and unique for each individual. No person and no destiny can be compared with any other person or any other destiny. No situation repeats itself, and each situation calls for a different response. Sometimes the situation in which a person finds themselves may require them to shape their own fate by action. At other times, it is more advantageous for them to make use of an opportunity for contemplation and to realize assets in this way. Sometimes we may be required simply to accept the fate, to bear our cross. Every situation is distinguished by its uniqueness, and there is always one right answer to the problem posed by the situation at hand. Okay, I'll read just a little bit more. When a person finds that it is their destiny to suffer, they will have to accept this suffering as their task, the single and unique task. They will have to acknowledge the fact that even in suffering, they are unique and alone in the universe. No one can relieve them of this suffering or suffer in their place. Their unique opportunity lies in the way in which they bear their burden. Tall words. So, if you're asking yourself, well, who is this author to talk about suffering? Oops. Yeah. Well, this author, Viktor Frankl, was famous because he survived Nazi concentration camps. He was a Jewish, I forget from which country, but prisoner, tortured in the concentration camps for a number of years. And he survived. Many other people did not, and he kind of writes about, because he's a therapist, he's a psychologist, and he writes about his thoughts from a kind of a psychotherapeutic perspective of the concentration camps. Anyway, it's a beautiful book. So, I will leave you all with that. Thank you for letting me, I guess, even share some more energy. And I gotta figure out, I'm gonna improve the setting eventually. I say a lot of things, but I do get to them sometimes. A lot of times I get to things at some point. Well, sending love. God bless you. Peace be upon you all and upon all those who are suffering. May there be loving relief and compromise and compassion. Loving humanity. With love. Take care. Spark the flame. Peace.